Top of the morning to us. Welcome back. Thank you for clicking on the video. Brandon here with the West Texas Hunting Guys, here with my upgraded partner, Ben.
Let me upgrade you.
Michael was out for work this morning, so he could not join us, which is a bummer that he couldn't, because today is October 2nd at 4:20 a.m. and it is opening bow season here in Texas for whitetail. So we are super excited to get deer season 2021 underway. We've got a couple of good bucks coming in pretty consistently. As you can see here, we'll edit a shot here because we are good with technology. A couple good bucks coming in with some consistency. So we'll just see how it goes once we get out there, but it's going to be a dark and early creep into our stand.
Possibly wet.
Possibly wet. It did pour last night. But we are fueled up in more ways than one. We have gas, but we also have the old jumbo honey bun. Make sure you get that in the screen. Jumbo honey bun. That will sustain me through the end of the kill. So
Brandon's friendship sustains me this early in the morning. Only for you, I would wake up at 4 a.m.
It is early, but luckily we have an hour drive to wake up. So, good luck to us. Alright, here, do we spray it down? Sit past it. Yeah. Heroin just. Alright, so just to run through what just happened there, the debacle that just took place. So, that's a buck that we've seen quite a few times on camera. We call him Michael's Crabtree. He's got a little crab claw in the front. He's a 9-point buck that we've been watching. Anyways, he comes in on a pretty tight line, like you saw. He wasn't nervous coming in. He just ran kind of right in. He started feeding by the feeder, but he was kind of hanging back. He wouldn't come around front to present open shot. So I waited. He finally came around front, where I thought I could get a good shot on him. 31 yards, not too bad. So I draw back and I'm on him pretty steady. And right as I go to start to squeeze the trigger, a doe to our left spooks him, and the buck and the two doe turn and they sprint out and they jump over the fence. I was like, oh, dang it. But he was still right there, and I was like, if I let down, being inside this blind, everything echoes, and I knew that if I let down, because it's so quiet out here right now, I mean, there's not a mile per hour of wind out here. If I let down, he'd have heard that and he would have taken off. So I held it. My thought was to hold it until he scampers off a little bit, but he didn't do that. He turned, jumped back in, but it was not in a good position. So as you saw, I freaking held that draw for almost a full 2 minutes, which is a lot to hold back for that long. Anyways, after that 2 minutes, he opened back up a little bit, and I was like, okay, let me get it on there. And I don't know, a combination of me holding draw for 2 minutes, or just punching it, I don't know, but I sailed right over the top of his back. He hopped behind, like you saw, huffed at us for, geez, like
he was huffing
like 3-4 minutes, huffing at us, and then took off. So we're gonna hang out a little bit longer. There's a couple group of deer that come around, so that's one of the groups. We'll see if anything else comes around, but that is that's the mid-game halftime report of your boy blowing it on opening day. So hopefully we get another chance at it. Molly, what is that? Here she comes. She's watching. All right, so we just went back and reviewed that footage, and as you saw when I shot, he just ducked hard. I mean, it was a big dip, so it just sailed right over the back of him, and as you saw, he took off huffing away. We did have a couple doe come back in pretty pretty quickly thereafter. Actually, one of them was the one that had spooked him the first time, which is the reason I had to hold that draw for so long. So I was half tempted to teach her a lesson by shooting her, but they kind of stay on the back end of the feeder and kind of out of range. But hopefully he comes back here pretty soon. In the next week or so, we'll get back out and try to get done then. But that's kind of how it goes bow hunting sometimes. Everything has to align perfectly, and it just didn't align for us today. So thanks for watching. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, because there will be a lot more successful deer hunts coming up this season. So thanks for following along. We'll catch y'all next time.